Hello, I'm Dana and welcome to my channel. Today is officially my 1 month anniversary of starting my locks. I'm going to go through what I'm doing, why I decided to do it. I'll kind of give a snippet of the background. I don't want to go into too much detail because I already talked about it. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give my little synopsis or summary of my experience so far. So I started wearing my hair naturally back in 2012, I believe, or at least that's when I got my last relaxer. And even back then, it seemed like I remember having a moment during that journey that I wanted to lock my hair, and I'm not sure what triggered that. But anyways, I do remember a time back then that I was just like curious about locking my hair. But recently, right before I did it, I had a conversation with my husband. I cannot for the life of me remember what we were talking about or what started the conversation. But anyways, that day I was like, I remember him saying that I would look nice with locks. And of course he likes my hair any type of way. But I remember him saying that, and that kind of did it. I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this. So I didn't have the whole narrative in my head about being socially accepted because I no longer work at a 9-to-5 job. Yeah, so I started doing my research. Probably, I'm pretty sure it was on a Sunday because I remember we went to this art festival. And I was thinking in my head, like the wheels were turning at that point. And I got home and started watching YouTube videos, doing my research about locks. And that, I think it was a Wednesday or Thursday, I jumped right into it, twisted my hair up, and I haven't looked back. So, like I said, it's only been a month, and it's going through all sorts of changes. And I'm loving it. It's exciting. Tim loves it, and it's just, I'm seeing some things kind of developing, so I guess I can attribute that to me locking my hair. But whatever, I'm gonna just embrace whatever's going on. And yeah, so I have been washing my hair about it's been random. I'll say that. It's been random. The first time I washed it, it was only like 5 days after I had put my twist in. So I couldn't even wait a week. And that was because I sweat a lot, and it was really humid last month and even this month. And it triggers like hot flashes. And so I've been dealing with that. So basically, my scalp lets me know when it's time to wash my hair. I'll push it for maybe a day or two, but yeah, my scalp lets me know it's time. So after that first time, I think I waited about a week to wash it again, and then maybe the next time it was maybe 10 days. I hope to at some point be able to go longer, at least 10 days between washes. But like I said, if my scalp is itching and it's telling me that it needs to be washed, I'm going to wash it. So that's just me. I have been doing minimum products in my hair. The first time I washed my hair, I used Tresemme Naturals and I diluted it. And I did that for the next time also. And then this last time, which was I believe Sunday, I washed it with the diluted Tresemme Naturals, and then I also washed it with Pantene because it just didn't seem, it was different in that this time when I washed it, I did a steam treatment on my hair with just one of those handheld steamers, which is for clothes actually, but I have been using it for my hair. I actually bought it to use for my hair for a steamer, and I put oils. I gave myself a hot oil treatment. So when I was washing it, it felt different. It didn't give me, like the first couple washes, when I would wash my hair, it lathered up really good, and then it seemed like my hair was kind of squeaky clean. So this last time that I washed it, it wasn't getting that squeaky clean feel to it. So I washed it, like I said, a couple times to try and make sure I got it clean. And I think I got it clean with that last wash, like I said, with Pantene. And I didn't dilute the Pantene, I just washed it. And then I rinsed it out. It still didn't feel squeaky clean, but I was fine with that because I could look at it and I could tell that it was clean. So I just took that to mean it just has that, it's just more moisturized with the oil treatment and the steam treatment that I gave it. After I washed it, I didn't do a retwist. I've only done a retwist once, and I'm going to try and do retwist. They recommend 4 to 6 weeks, so I think if I'm planning to do my retwist once a month, like the beginning of the month. So this last time I retwisted it, it was actually the 30th of September. So I'll probably retwist it again in another 2 weeks because that'll be the end of October. When I washed it this past time, I didn't retwist it. I just separated it because it was really matted and joined in the back. Mainly in the back is where it really marries together. In the front, it doesn't marry half as much as it does in the back, but that's also where it itches the most, like right here, right in the crown of my head is where it gets matted the most. And so I went through it and I separated it and everything, and then I didn't retwist it, but I did kind of try and get all the loose hairs like wrapped around a twist. It still keeps joining, so like this one, and this is how it is all over. This is what they didn't tell me. So I don't know if you can see, but like every time I lift it up, it's just very webby, like it's just like doing its own thing completely. As you can see that, you can see all my gray hairs too probably. So yeah, it's just a constant struggle to keep them separated. So that one came apart pretty easily, but I'm not stressing about it. But that's what I did when I washed it. I went down to the roots and I just tried to separate all of the hair because it was really matted at the roots. So now it's like, it's not, let me see if I can show you. I think you can see the roots, but before I separated them, you could not see the roots. It was just like all in a bunch. So I did use some mousse all over it. I applied the mousse in sections, and I just like went over like the section, like put a little small amount in my hand of the Aussie moist mousse, and then I just put that over my hair. And I also used my water, rose water, and aloe vera juice, and I sprayed that all over my hair when I was separating it. And then I also used my oil mixture. So the oils that I mixed are jojoba oil, vitamin E oil, argan oil, and a little bit of peppermint oil. So I put that all in a bottle and I mixed it up, and I did put that on my scalp and on my hair also. This week I have been spraying it, not every day, but maybe 3 or 4 times this week. I did spray all over my hair, and then I put a little bit of the oil mixture in my palm, rub my hands together, and just rub that on my hair. Like the last time that I washed it, it did feel better than it did the first 2 times that I washed it, because I felt like it had a little more slip, I guess is the best way to put it. Like before, when I washed it and I wasn't using oils, it just had this, it was like every time I would put my hand, when I was trying to separate it, every time I would touch it, it was just like the hair was just like, it was pulling at my hands, if that makes sense. So it just really didn't have like any slip. I guess it just feels more moisturized. So the last time I washed it, like since I've done the retwist, for the most part, most of my twists have stayed coiled at the root, but there are a few, mainly in the front, that have completely come loose. So I'll show you this one right here. So you can see all of that. This was twisted, but now it's just untwisted, and this is where I started my original twist, like here. So you can see all of this is just hanging out loose. And it's several of them like that. Let me see if I can find another one. This one also. These two at the top. I have been wearing headbands a lot, or I haven't, the last week or so I haven't worn my bonnets as much, or my berets as much, but for the most part I will wear my headband, and that's just kind of to give me a little razzle dazzle, you know, kind of in between washes. But I still love it. Like I still will wear it just down. Like I'm not tripping about it looking the way it looks. Like I still feel confident in it, and it's just a look. It's just a new look, a new me. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm loving it. I'm just excited to go through this experience and everything that comes with it. So I haven't counted them, but I'm going to count them right here today. Let's just do this. And the way I have my hair parted, it's basically parted in 3 sections. So I have this section. I can't see that well, but I think that I separated that right. So let me section this off and see if I can figure this one out. My hands still feel moisturized just by touching it. This is hard. Harder than I thought it was going to be, but I'm going to figure it out. I'll let you see the back so far, or how I have it sectioned off. So that's 10. So that's 71. That was 38. 2. And I think I have 36 on this side too. So based on that, I have 144 twists, give or take. So yeah, it's starting to itch now. Another thing that I have been using to kind of combat the itching is to use Sulfur 8 cream. So it's a very watery mixture. It's not a cream, so it shouldn't leave any residue. I haven't noticed any residue from anything so far, thank goodness. But yeah, this is how it looks. And I went with the part in the middle. I've always liked the middle part in my hair, and I went with the smaller twist because I don't know, I guess I didn't want them to be too thick, and of course I didn't want them to be like sister locks either, or micro locks. So I went with just a smaller twist, kind of like how I would wear my individual box braids. It was basically this size. It's that week mark, and it is starting to itch a little bit, but this has been my best friend. This comb pick, get right in there and just give it a good scratch. It feels so good. I did order a new steamer because the steamer that I had for several years, and now it's kind of like overheating whenever I use it. So I just ordered a new one from Amazon, and I used it the other day after I gotten it just to make sure it worked, and it doesn't seem like it shoots out steam as well as the other one, because the other one that I had, it would actually boil the water and then it would, like, you know, push it through as steam. This one, it doesn't actually boil the water, but apparently it gets hot enough so that it does still emit steam. I'm gonna keep it and just see how it works. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.